The fact is, change happens. Neighborhoods changed in character and composition over the last few years, and institutions that were staples of our community no longer exist. Economic indicators change with such rapidity that it's difficult keeping up with them on a regular basis. A sudden job loss may change the rules of relationship among family and friends and co-workers. Hospital downsizing and illness or death of a loved one can change one's outlook on life as new realities emerge. I'm Vashti McKenzie, and welcome to Season 2 of HawthoRNe. Our favorite head nurse, Christina HawthoRNe, is having one of those days. And you know what I mean when I say having one of those days. Days that challenge your sanity, assault your sense of right or wrong, or days when everything seems to be going wrong. Her place of employ, Richmond Trinity Hospital, is now closed, and many of her co-workers and friends are scattered to other positions, including James River Hospital. It is described in this episode as the pits. It is a place where staff seems to be overworked and overwhelmed, and not necessarily the place where you want to depend upon for your health care. Christina decides to take the job where she's most needed, at James River Hospital, rather than the one that pays her the most salary. As the late Dr. Dorothy Height said, women rarely do what they want to do, but they do what they have to do. She finds herself in a war zone, a place filled with landmines of system breakdowns or no system at all. And she runs into a brick wall, the head nurse of James River, who is used to being very much in charge, just as Christina is used to being in charge. Touch your neighbor and say, change happens. When we find ourselves in a war zone, that's when our insecurities rise to the surface, and we find that we're in danger of the what-ifs taking over. What if I failed? What if this doesn't work out? What if I can't make ends meet on a reduced salary? What if their attitude gets in the way of patient care? What if I can't help turn this hospital around? Then, as one of the doctors said in this episode, there will not be a hospital in this area where someone can receive care unless they have a gold card. Christina HawthoRNe must navigate transition in her life that she neither asked for nor deserved, and she must navigate transitions in both her personal and her professional life. It is in times like these when we have to trust God to make the necessary adjustments so that we can take advantage of the crises rather than the crises taking advantage of us. It is in times like these we have to lean on our faith so that we can see the crises as an opportunity to grow rather than a burden designed to defeat us. Trust the expert divine horticulturalist of John's Gospel, chapter 15, to make the necessary adjustment. Cut back the branches so that your vine will produce more. Water your potential, fertilize your possibility. Cut back the dead growth to make way for new. Dig up the weeds so that it won't choke your progress. Use the transition to your advantage so it won't be a disadvantage. In times like these, we must trust in whom we believe for the future. Everything is in an uproar right now. Friendships are fractured, a relationship is tenuous, and Christina's confidence and gifts and skills are all under attack. But in times like these, we have to trust God for the tomorrow that we cannot see, but is yet on the view screen of heaven. Change happens. And haven't you noticed that change doesn't happen one thing at a time, but seems to happen all at once in both our personal and our professional lives? Ask Christina. If you ask the biblical David, he'll tell you the key to change is trust. As for me, I trust in the Lord. If you ask Moses, Moses will tell you, as for me and my house, why we serve the Lord. And ask Paul, Paul will tell you, ye shall reap if you faint not. Now, if you ask Vashti, I tell you, go grab your confidence. Rediscover your nerve. Navigate transitional seas by making them work for you rather than working on you. The Lord being your helper.